everybody, and welcome again to the daily portion of German. And today we're looking at one aspect of grammar, and that is the ending of the adjectives. And Terry is along with us here. Does that ever cause any problems to you, determining what the ending should be exactly?
Yes, it does a lot actually.
Yeah. Okay. So let's take a look at some of these endings here. This is from one edition. Der gute Stahl, which means steel. This means milk, and this is light. Der gute Stahl, to repeat.
Der gute Stall,
Die gute Milch.
die gute Milch,
Das gute Licht.
das gute Licht.
So here you have the definite article with der and d for feminine noun and das for a neuter noun, and you have always e following it. In the genitive, it's des, and then you have the effect of the s here on the noun as in the masculine and the neuter, but it's en always, des, and then en all the way through, except and then the accusative here as well. In the plural, it's when you have a plural noun, it's always en on the adjective. Now, but when you have when you don't have a definite article, then this was der Freund, the friend, a masculine noun. So you don't have der. So let me just write this der, although you can't write very well with a mouse here, der. Okay, so and since the der is not there, the er, which is the marker of the masculine noun, gets placed on the adjective. So that's, and then this is in this case, this is the genitive of my good friend, minus guten Freunde, so it's always en here. Okay, so here you have another example in mein neues Buch.
Mein neues Buch.
Good, and this in this case, this is just one case here. Okay, so here you have, it would be das, if das were there, the S wouldn't have to be on the adjective, so it would be das neue Buch, which would be the new book. But if you have ein or mein without the DAS, the DAS doesn't want to be lost and neglected, so it gets tacked onto the adjective right there. Okay. All right, let's take a look at some examples in these other textbooks. See, okay, here are some examples. Der alte Lehrer, which means the old teacher. Die alte Mutter, das junge Mädchen. Die alten Lehrer. So whenever you have plural nouns, then it's always en on the adjectives. But then when you come to the forms where the adjective is not preceded by a der word, so this would be der alte Lehrer, but since der is not there and only an ein is there, the er of what the definite article would have been is tacked onto the adjective. So this means an old teacher. Again, accusative, einen alten Lehrer. This would be die alte Mutter, but there's no change here. But this one, if you had das, what would the ending of this adjective be, Terry? If you had the young girl?
Then it would be with the, it would still be ES, wouldn't it?
Well, if you have the das there, then you have the S already taken account of.
Okay.
So it would just
then
be
das Junge.
Das Junge. It would be das junge Mädchen, as opposed to ein, and the DAS doesn't want to be lost. It feels very neglected, or it would be very ashamed if it didn't show up anywhere. So it shows up on the adjective, ein junges Mädchen, or so this is my old teachers, plural, your old mothers, etc. Okay. So, and then you have also adjective used as nouns, der Alte, which is the old man, and die Alte, the old woman. And then the neuter gives a sense of this, the abstract sense of that which is old, das Alte. Okay, so you can have these adjectives made into nouns, and this would be obviously an old man, and this is the old woman. The only difference is the definite article. Okay, good. So let's read some of these sentences. Here is das Institut für Behinderte.
Hier ist das Institut für Behinderte.
Here is the institute for those who are disabled. Alte und Junge suchen hier Hilfe. So old and young people are obviously, as you see the translation. Okay, that's just a little bit of a excursion into the endings of the endings of the adjectives here, and if you follow the principle, it makes sense. But again, it depends on the gender of the noun that the adjective modifies, and so. But it's good, always good to practice this. Okay, thanks so much, and have a good evening, and we'll see you later. Thanks so much. Bye bye.